This is a Bradley watch, made by a company called, well, Eone, not sure how you pronounce it, E-O-N-E, Eone I'd probably say. And it's quite interesting because it's a watch that was designed both for blind people and sighted people, in that the design is attractive to both. And it's also useful for people who want to have a look and see what the time is without making it obvious that they're doing so. So it's useful at work in meetings and things like that, I think. It's got a couple of ball bearings that run around the track, one there for the hours, and there's a magnet underneath, and that will jump onto the magnet wherever it is. Run it round, there it is, there's a magnet. And similarly on the outside of the watch there's another ball bearing here, and that runs round here, and again that will jump to wherever the magnet is, and that's how you tell the time. You feel where the ball is. You can also see where the ball is, so you can sort of treat the balls as hands. Yeah, it's quite a nice watch. I think this is titanium actually. Eone timepieces, the Bradley. I think they're still selling them actually. I believe it was a Kickstarter, and this was a Kickstarter watch. But the battery needs changing quite a lot on these, partly because it's a fairly small battery. It's a Renata 371, which isn't the largest battery in the world, and also I think the mechanical effort of actually moving these balls around is going to take a toll. So the last battery I put in only lasted about a year. They say 2 years on the website, but it might have been a cheap battery off eBay. It might not have been a real one. These are real Renatas. I've got these from a reputable source. So I'm going to change the battery. It's pretty easy. It's just 4 screws for the back, and you're in. So I'll do that. Let's just find somewhere to put the screws. I'm pretty good at losing them. There we go. So I'll just take the cover off. And there's a clip. And there's the battery. There's the old battery. Let's put a new one in. So hopefully that's going again. set the time. What time is it? 6 o'clock. You can see the balls moving there as I set the time. It's quite quite odd. So it's hours on the outside, minutes on the inside, and it's 6 o'clock. Oh, just past 6. And you can see the 6 and just past with the inside ball. That's the time set. Make sure that's running. Just clean inside the a bit of paper. Just clear out the ball runs in there. I could, at some point, I'll probably give it a full clean on the ultrasonic, but yeah, there's definitely a bit of dirt in there. And the balls just knock off magnets, so they're not attached to anything, and they do just roll around when they're not attached there. And let's have a bit of alcohol on there. Just run that round inside. There's quite a lot of dirt in there. Just clean it up. I think the balls actually, I suppose they're held captive by that little groove, and then the sides of the groove actually provide some force to keep it in there. But mainly it runs on a little part of the track, so really we just need to clean that, but that is really quite dirty. A bit of alcohol on the paper. Clean the track out. That is grubby. It's a bit fiddly. So I'm thinking maybe every 5 years I'd dismantle it and put it in the ultrasonic cleaner, although that's come up quite nicely. So that'll be useful. There we go, that's quite clean, no dirt in there. I'll do the same now with the outside one. A new bit of paper, such luxury. Let's see, that'll fit quite well in there. A bit of alcohol. And just clean it round. This one doesn't seem to be as dirty, probably because it's not so much of a captive track. It's actually it's a square sort of profile. Well, it can't be square because the ball would fall out, but that's what it looks like. And maybe because it's on the outside of the watch, it's a bit freer there. Freer to just fall out. And it's a convex groove as well. This has got sort of concave aspect to it. There's a bit of dirt in that one. I'm going to be seeing dirt in there forever now. That's better. A little bit of a clean up. There we go. So you can see the if I attach the balls, we're still at 6 on the bottom there. But you can see that we've now moved on here, and that matches my watch, so we're up and running again. So there we go, battery change and a bit of a clean for the Bradley. Here's the old battery, Renata 371. Let's have a measure of that, see what voltage that's gone down to. I think they're nominally 1.55 volts. Let's have a look with the... get that in there. Let's take the Bradley away. Let's have a little look. Flip that over. .268. So that's obviously at the threshold. I've been able to operate it because it wasn't running properly. So yeah, that's dropped a bit. Okay. Well, we'll have a look at that next time the battery goes flat and see how long it's lasted.